If you're not listening to the Smoke World podcast, you're wasting your time, you mortal.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So go grab that stick, go grab a glass, whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have a conversation. You can follow me on Instagram at Smoke World Podcast. Email stone@smokeworldpodcast.com. The website, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't checked out the website, then don't check it out because it's been there. I've been telling you about this. SmokeWorldPodcast.com. This is episode that was done live at Spartan Cigar Lounge. That's located in Elkton, Maryland. Every third Tuesday, we have the Smoke World Tuesday. So we sat down with some of the beautiful sisters of the leaf. I'm talking to Gina, I got Rose, and I have Toni, who is the manager of Spartan Cigar Lounge. So you're going to hear a lot of different things going on. We're sitting there having a good time, and we're having a conversation and getting perspective on the Sisters of the Leaf experience when it comes to the cigar life. So sit back, enjoy, and we'll check you out on the other side.
I'm going to start with what are we smoking? Okay. So tonight I've got the McAuliffe Riata. It was blended to be an after-dinner cigar for McAuliffe's restaurant called Riata. It's a nice mild medium, and don't ask me to blend because I don't remember. I just know I absolutely enjoy it. Gina's halfway through her smoke since we had so many difficulties. What you smoking, Gina?
I have the Southern Draw Kudzu, which I haven't had in a couple of years, and it's actually really good. And I smoke fast, so you know, I'll have another one too.
She might end up on number 2 before we're done here.
Yeah, that's
Rosie, what do you have?
I have the Tabernacle by Foundation Cigars. It is, let me make sure I remember correctly, it's a broadleaf Connecticut wrapper. It is a San Andreas binder, and the filler is from Honduras and Nicaragua. It's a nice, full, complex stick.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I have my cousin,
His cousin.
AJ Fernandez, New World. Very, very good smoke.
Very, very good.
Very robust. Very nice.
Hey.
You should try, okay? You cannot see me, but I tell you it's a very good stick. Very, very good. My cousin, I'm BK Fernandez. It's AJ. It's a long story.
I'm going to do some shout-outs real quick. We've got Jerry Blair. He smokes here with us. You know Jerry and Danielle. Mm-hmm. Steve Zangle. Perfect that Steve is on. Steve will be here Thursday night from 4:30 to 7:30.
Yes.
He's bringing in a couple of guests with him.
Oh, really?
We should hopefully see some new faces Thursday night, but he'll be here. We'll be featuring his cigar, the Los Cayetos, which he blended to support the families of fallen police and firefighters. So $1 from every cigar goes back to the families. Not only a good cause, but it is a really good stick. It was blended for the beginner smoker. It was blended for the guy who likes, or the lady who likes a nice deep cigar. So excellent smoke. We do have them here. And if you want to learn more about Steve, his cigar, and his cause, come on out Thursday night, the 21st, from 4:30 to 7:30. Cesar Ramirez. I feel like you've been on before, but forgive me if I don't remember that. But welcome. And oh look, Lee Mac's here.
Lee Mac!
Lee Mac
912. Check him out on YouTube.
Lee Mac, check him out on YouTube. Lee Mac 912. He's got himself his own little video podcast there. He reviews cigars, and he'll tell you he either likes it
or he
doesn't.
Yes, that is.
No in between.
There is no in between.
Steve's cigar is good, so.
So we got that out of the way. I to know. We seem to start asking this each month, but do you remember your first cigar?
Yep.
What was it?
An acid waif by Drew Estates, the acid line, and real teeny, real tiny. And after that, I was just like, I love cigars. I went from flavored cigars to full within 2 months because I always like to explore. I'm a boutique-ish girl. I don't like a lot of the old school cigars. I like the ones that are off the beaten path. I love aged cigars because I find that when they're aged, they mellow out and they give you a taste that's remarkable. So that's my lane, and I like them full. No mild, no medium. I want to make sure that it hits me when I smoke it. The retro hail has to be epic. If my eyes water, that's okay. But I like full cigars, period.
Oh, look at you.
Gina,
Hamburger.
do you remember your first cigar?
I actually do not remember my first cigar because I spent the first 2 years just smoking whatever my ex was smoking at the time.
Okay.
But a couple years down the road, I finally got an idea for what I liked and a lot of exploring. And so I remember the first box of cigars that I bought was the CAO Cameroons. And I actually got really excited the other night. You had them in here.
We did.
And I loved those. So that was actually the first cigar that I made a purchase of myself and enjoyed smoking. So I remember that one. But in general, I'm definitely bold, complex. But there are occasions where I want a medium, something a little bit more mellow.
And I know, Stone, we talk about this every
Yes.
month,
No,
but
I
you
do
don't
not remember the name of that cigar, which was back in 1995. So I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen who are watching. They ask me this every time, and I tell you this.
You don't remember.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
It's
I do
okay.
apologize.
It's all right.
It's okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
We know memory's the first thing that
Whoa,
goes.
watch yourself. Watch yourself. Hey, I brought my hair back.
So you've been smoking since 1995?
Yes.
Nice.
It's
And
1995.
Gina, how long have you been smoking?
Oh, since 2012.
8 years. Yeah, she got me beat by 1 year. I've been smoking for 7. Yeah. And Tony, you?
About 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we long hauler at this point. Yeah.
Wow.
We're not new to the game.
No, not at all.
Oh, I
not
like
at all.
that. Watch yourself.
Not at
So I do remember I smoked a Cuba Cuba, absolutely hated it. But then it was followed up with, and I don't remember which order, but there was a Tatiana vanilla in there, and then a Bella vanilla, and I didn't like any of those either.
Okay.
So I think what I came to the conclusion of was I didn't like the vanilla.
Okay.
It tasted like I was smoking burnt vanilla, like a burnt vanilla sugar or whatever.
Right.
I was then introduced to Java, and I smoked those for a while. I did discover that acid wasn't completely off the table. I enjoyed the acid toast for a long time, and then, as we say in the world, my first big boy cigar was a Perdomo champagne.
Nice.
And I smoked that for a while, and now I'm typically medium plus. We said the Riata is more of a mild cigar, but I like the flavors in it. So
Right.
sometimes you just need the flavors and not that body.
Right.
Just so we know, folks, she said she didn't like the Drew Estates. Drew Estates, I know you're watching. So you, that's not me. That's Toni. Smoke World loves the Drew Estates. Hey, buddy, come on over. We need you to sponsor. We love Drew Estates. Cuba Cuba. Come on over.
Now, if you're going to go that route, it's not that I don't like Drew Estate. I just didn't care for the Cuba Cuba.
Okay, just get that clear. Drew, sorry, buddy.
I
still love you.
Give me an underground Maduro any day. I'll smoke that all day long. And honestly, for not liking my palate's not tuned to the sweet stuff.
Right.
That, we don't have it. Oh, the leather rose. I enjoyed the leather rose. Rose was disappointed.
And that's my namesake, so I thought I would be excited, but I didn't like the construction. I felt as though it was too soft in my hand, and the taste was just not really up to par with other cigars they had in the Yummy Bitches collection. All the other ones, I love them. Fat Bomb Buddy, that's my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Betty
So-
was a little too sweet for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
I
just
like
got a
Betty. I
really
know
cool
Betty.
flavor.
Everybody know
I
better.
really
I think it's a different Betty.
What?
I know Betty, but it's maybe a different Betty.
We talking about the cigar Betty. We're
Oh.
not talking about the chick Betty.
Oh yeah, 'cause she's got a fat bottom though.
Well, that's what they call her.
Yeah, I know.
Fat
Her.
bottom
Yeah, she
Betty.
live around the way. Yeah.
Crazy Alice
She used to live on the corner house.
and
How-
Sweet Jane.
How did you get into the hobby?
Oh, me? Sure. I got introduced to it. And then I just found that hanging around, I had a lot of time off of work, so once I got introduced to cigar, I was hanging around at different lounges. I would take Fridays and just go to different lounges in the tri-state area. Just experiencing the cigar culture, and then I end up having friends that smoke cigars as well, and that made me kind of like fall in love with it, and I don't want to leave it. So my cigar associates, they're not associates anymore, they're friends and family. So it keeps me grounded. It's my sanctuary. I come in, I smoke my cigar, I might have a drink sometime, most of the time it's water, but I enjoy it. It's a lot of camaraderie. People, they're just open. It's a good environment. I love it. And people are grown. They're not kids.
And
Why you look
Gina,
over here,
how
me?
did you get started? I mean, I
What?
heard you say with your ex.
Yep. And just kind of continued from there. So, like I said, the first couple of years I enjoyed it, but I've never really I didn't pick out my own. The first year I couldn't even light my own or cut it straight. It took a while. But I really just started to build that confidence and know what I liked, and lived in Savannah, Georgia, where it's really hot/nice out year round, and there's not a lot to do, so a lot of smoking on the porch.
Yeah.
And as I moved back up north, though, it disconnected from
It's live. You're live over here now.
Oh, beautiful.
It's
Can
okay.
we plug our mic in?
Can we plug our mic?
Yeah.
IT Mike.
IT mic. Can we plug our mic in?
All right, guys, we're gonna shut this down real quick. Give us
Stand
some
by.
music. Come on back. We're gonna go live where we have the mic so you can hear us.
Yeah, I know you want to hear all the good stuff.
Oopsie.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I made a mess.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
Do it all the time.
I'll submit my bill.
Yes.
$150 an hour.
That's the IT guy. You know what I mean?
Guys.
Got a tech guys working on it.
Second.
Always 2 hours.
You always got to round
Minimum
up.
2 hours.
Always
Minimum.
round up.
Absolutely.
Minimum.
Are we live on this one too?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as
Hey,
you're
we're
listening
live.
here,
Keep talking.
so what we're doing at this point in time, we're connecting.
Awesome.
We're still here.
Uh-oh.
All right.
There we go.
Here.
Scoot over.
You're gonna have to go.
We can
to the
see
next
you,
slide.
Stone. Yeah.
Hey, hey, the little boy down here. Hey, how you doing out there? I just messed the whole shot up.
There it is. There we go.
There we go.
That's much better.
All right, guys.
What's up, folks?
Sorry you
I'll
were
be
on,
back.
and now you gotta rejoin, but
Had some technical
here we are.
difficulties.
Now we can see Stowe.
Hey, that might not be a good thing. They just turned it off like,
All right.
damn.
That's up.
It was all pretty ladies on the screen. Little boy and black dude messed it up.
What an IT guy you guys have here.
Take it from home. Yeah, it says live.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's live.
I'll show you.
Oh my goodness. I feel like this is a disaster. Almost every month we have something.
Hey, this is what it's all about. This is live.
Live.
Yeah.
So welcome back to.
Smoke World!
I just love how he says that. And we were talking about how Gina smoking got started, right?
Yeah.
How did you get into the hobby?
But it did actually turn into an interesting role reversal. It got to the point where I was the cigar aficionado, and
Yeah.
I was the one who was going to all the lounges,
Yep.
and yeah, it just became something that I really, really loved. And even after we split, I just continued to do this. I find that I can relax at lounges. There's always a great group of people,
Right.
and you can find a lounge anywhere and
Right.
find something that suits you for your mood. Because sometimes I want to go dance. And sometimes I want to sit in a corner and not talk to anybody.
That's the beauty of different lounges. Different lounges have different experiences.
Yep.
Some lounges you can go turn up. They have a little bit of a bar.
Yep.
You know, they might have parties and things like that. And then you have other lounges where it's strictly like a cigar lounge. It's not like the bar experience. You come in with your own bottle. So,
Yep.
yeah, I get it. So let me ask you a question. You said something that was real interesting. So because your ex picked out all your cigars, how did it feel being able to explore cigars on your own and be able to make your own selections?
Good. And what we actually did for a long time was we would do samplers.
Okay.
So we'd find just different things online, and then we found a really big humidor in Bluffton, South Carolina. And we would just go up there like once a month, and we'd just pick out a whole bunch of different things we hadn't tried.
Nice.
And just check them out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's even interesting to the point where as you get to know cigars, you find the cut that you like,
Right.
how you like to light it, what you like to drink with it.
Right.
I found that one of my big things was I don't like just the regular straight cut. I feel like I get too much ash in my mouth and I slobber.
Alrighty then. Okay.
So I do a V cut, and I prefer that. Even, it doesn't matter the cigar, I just always will do a V.
That's me. I'm a deep V girl. I like a deep V cut, not the ordinary V cut. And my favorite cutter is the Calibri V cut lighter V cut. I love it, and I carry it with me everywhere I go. Yep. What's your favorite cut, Stone?
I don't think I have a favorite cut. Believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy.
You got a favorite cigar?
I do,
But
but you can't ever find it now. The
Which
Amazon
one is
Basin.
Oh,
All the
yeah,
years I've been
well.
smoking, the Amazon Basin left a hell of an impression on me.
okay.
But it's a cigar, of course, that you really can't get at this moment. I do have a few stash, so that would be my luck. Smoking this many years,
That you found something that's
right? That you can't get.
limited.
That's that bull right there.
And
But that's cool.
That's the game.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I do have a question to you for ladies, since you ladies are here tonight. When going to different lounges, I got to ask this question. With the cigar culture being, I'm going to say predominantly men, do you find it to be a challenge sometimes to go to different lounges? Do you feel as though you can be comfortable in every lounge that you go to as a woman? Or do you feel as though people are gawking or they're treating it as a club or a bar scene that you really can't enjoy your cigar and that they want to come and say, hey, pretty lady, what you smoking? Do you feel like you're getting hit on because you're a young lady going to a cigar lounge?
I'm gonna let Gina take it first.
Go
and
ahead, G.
I'll follow up.
Well, I'm going to start off with, it depends on my mood. So sometimes I enjoy going to more of a bar scene.
Okay.
Other times I don't really want to be at a bar and talk with people. I've run into it a little bit, but I just find that at this point, I'm so comfortable with smoking in general that it doesn't... if somebody does try to question what I'm smoking or anything, it usually just gets shut down and I don't even think about it.
Okay. Okay. It's like that. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only had one place, and it was in a touristy area where it was like, young college kids running the shop who really didn't know anything about cigars.
Okay.
And that was the only one I ran into where like all they would offer me was these like sweet cigars. And I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. Do you have any of this? Do you have any of that? And they couldn't really give me any information. But I kind of chalked that up to more, where I was specifically.
Get some feedback on somebody.
So, my answer to that question is, I don't have any problem walking into an establishment as being a woman in an all-male lounge, right? I feel like I'm comfortable. I come in and mind my business.
Mm-hmm.
I pick my cigars, and I sit down and I'm comfortable because at the end of the day, whether it's male or female, we're all people. So I'm not uncomfortable. Yeah, sometimes the guys will try to, as I say, mac, but that's not what I'm there for. I'm there to smoke my cigar, enjoy my experience, sit with my people, meet new people, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? It's not a thing where I'm looking for anything outside of the smoke experience. That's it. Like it doesn't. I'm not intimidated by anybody because we're all people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people are intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're
I don't
like,
think
I
it's
love her. I love her, but she scares me.
It's I'm straightforward.
That's it.
I'm
That's
straightforward, and I'm not aggressive. I'm just assertive. I am who I am. I don't make any apologies for that, and I think that's what people probably feel, and that's okay. But I'm a teddy bear. You know, if I love you, I love you. If I don't, you'll know it.
That's it.
But that's how it is with most people.
Before we go on to the next question, or actually, I'm going to answer this question then too. But before we go on, I want to do some shout outs. We've got Mike Dove. Hi, Mike.
Mike.
Jen Gwen. Ryan Costin. He's smoking shields.
Oh, okay.
Ryan won the cornhole tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got Kathy St. Clair, another smoking shield.
Smoking shoes.
Bruce Godin. I feel like I know your name too. Kathy says hi. Ryan says hi, ladies of Spartan.
Hey.
Hey. So here we are. So the question was,
Do you find it to be a challenge to be able to go to different lounges as a young lady, opposed to a bar scene, where as though, guys may be trying to, hit on you?
not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore.
Back
Okay.
in the day, when I first started, I found it to be not, I don't feel like we were welcomed. Not that people were necessarily hitting on you, or, but it was like, oh, this is a man's thing. Why do we have women coming in here? That's how I felt.
I would agree. When I first started out, that was it. Especially in the lounges that were a little bit more smaller. When you come in as a woman, I'm usually was at the time the only woman there.
Right.
But again, I have a lot to learn from them. I can learn from them, and they can learn from me. So, I mean, I didn't let that bother me. I mean, I have had some instances where people were a little bit disrespectful, and the owner took care of it. And usually, taking care of it means that you're gonna buy me a stick of my choice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, if you want to be disrespectful, I'm gonna tax you twice. So, never happened again.
Okay, G. Wow. You gotta buy you a stick.
And this is why people are afraid of Rose.
Exactly. Say no more.
Not
Smoke
afraid.
world.
She really is a teddy bear.
If the dog's off the
Rose and
leash,
I
the
have had a
dog will
great
bite you.
conversation.
That's that easy.
So now, do you find outside of the lounge? Now we're comfortable in the lounges we go into. It's kind of become more acceptable that women are smoking cigars when we're within our own environment. What if you go, say, to a bar where you're outside, you can smoke, and it's like I tend to have a lot of male friends, right? So like Ed and I will go out, and we'll have a bunch of friends with us, and him and I will light up.
Right.
What kind of reaction do you get from people when you do that?
I have found that when they see a woman smoking, they're like, "What are you smoking?" They all want to gather and talk. And if there's anybody that's a cigar smoker, they pull out their wares as well. And we just have an experience. I haven't had anything negative to happen when I travel and I'm not in a lounge and I'm outside smoking. Most people will congregate and start having a conversation and ask you, well, how long you been smoking? What are you smoking? And what makes you enjoy cigars? So, and sometimes I introduce people. I always travel with a couple cigars, so, I gift them and let them smoke it themselves. So it's always been good for me. I've never had a negative experience when it comes to that.
I'm going to go back in the day, because back in the day, it would be like, oh, you're smoking cigars. But like you said, now it's very welcoming. And a lot of times, like you said, people will be, oh, what are you smoking? Or it's, hey, you smoke cigars? Yeah, I smoke cigars. Not only do I smoke cigars, I run a cigar lounge. Well, then, forget about it.
Yeah.
Now it's all over. And like you, I'll gift cigars.
Yeah.
How about you?
I find that I get different reactions from men versus women. So
Okay.
the men are always like, "Oh, are you smoking a cigar? Like, that's really cool." But I do, and have even recently had like looks from moms or women like, "What are you doing?" So
Oh, they
and I
know-
just ignore it. But
hate.
They low key hate and they wish they could do it. They smoking undercover.
Oh, watch yourself now.
What?
Huh?
It's the
What?
truth.
I have a question for the ladies.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So, Do y'all retrohale? And if you do you like it? Or if not, why not?
She always
Excuse me.
retrohales her
Always.
first time.
I always retrohale. It's important because I feel like that's when you really get to understand the complexity of the cigar. Again, like I was talking at the beginning, my first cigar, like when I retrohale, I love to feel like the stinging in my nostrils and my eyes with a little bit. I love it.
And I don't really like retrohaling. I do agree that it definitely gives you a different flavor. You get a lot of different senses
Right.
that activate, but it's not something I really think about a lot of times, and depends on the cigar. There was one that I did retrohale that I really enjoyed, but it like just made me tear up so bad.
All right, I just found out our microphone's not working, so we got to speak up again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Don't say.
Okay.
Sorry if you're out there and can't hear us. And yes. So we have a few more. Darryl Russell, Debbie Miller, Mike Dove. This goofball, he should just come up here and introduce himself.
He
He's
got too
sitting
much time
here
on his hand. Look at
Big
him.
fish, come
telling
on,
me
baby.
He's new to cigars, which is BS.
I'm new to cigars.
But it is a great.
Lies you tell.
Cigar.
Lies.
I tell you.
We're going to plug that
But
USB,
really
plug it
is
back
a good
in.
Question.
Yeah.
So, I can answer this because I do it every day.
Right.
But if you have a new cigar smoker and come to you and say, you know what, the first time I'm smoking a cigar,
Right.
how would you recommend a cigar to them, and what would you recommend?
Valid question.
So for me, I have a tendency to recommend them to flavored, but more of a complex like a Cuba, right? Just so they can get used to the smell of the tobacco, the taste of the tobacco, and the feel of the cigar in their hand. Now, I'll also give them an option of smoking something that's a little bit on the mild side. It just really depends on them. But I always have a tendency to gravitate to the word flavored so they can really enjoy the cigar first and then branch out. That's me.
So one of the ones that I usually recommend to people are one of the Monte Cristos. They're white label. I also like the just regular Ashton with the white label as well.
Okay, the Ashton Classic.
Yes, and that's one of those. Those are two Connecticut shade rubbers that I will actually smoke.
Sponsors.
So
Okay.
I
That's my
like
missus.
Connecticut shades.
Gotcha.
But if it comes to worrying about if they're going to like finish a stick or price point or anything, which some people do, especially if you have a big party. Alec Bradley has one, and I'm blanking on the name of it, and it's like a $5 stick. That's a pretty decent one, so I'll put that in like
Okay. All right. So,
project.
okay. From the retail side of it, I will find out what they're looking for. As Rose said, do you want something infused or do you want something more natural? And then I go from there. And yeah, the Cuba Cuba is typically one I will recommend first, even though I'm not a fan of it.
Right.
It's a very popular cigar. So I can pretty much guarantee that if that's what you're looking for, you're going to enjoy it and you're going to come back. If they want something more natural, I tend to go to either the Perdomo Champagne, again, because that was my first
Right.
non-infused cigar, or the DVL Amarillo. With that,
That's a good one.
that rum barrel-aged
Yeah, that's a good one.
wrapper, it's a great beginner smoke.
It is.
And price point is right on with that. Like $8 for a Toro. So
Thanks, ladies. Now I can pick up. I want to just step up my game a little bit. So.
now you want to step up your game.
Thanks.
Did you just say that?
He did.
Step his game out, baby.
So I did. Here's a funny story. I had some younger smokers here. I don't want to say kids, but let's
Young
face it, at
people.
our age, if you're in your 20s, you're a kid.
Young people.
No, in my
you're in your
20s.
30s. Anyway,
Young.
Okay.
so I had some kids in their early 20s sitting here, and they were pranking each other, if you will. And one kid says, "I want the strongest cigar you got." I said, "You can't handle the strongest cigar." No, he wants to get it for him. So I pull out a DBL Cheroot. Sumatra.
Okay.
And they looked at it,
I said,
and
this
they
is
said,
nothing.
this isn't going to be anything. I said, well, now the key is you got to retro. You're not going to get the strength unless you retrohale that. He did it. And he said, what are you trying to do, kill me?
He turned green?
He did. He couldn't smoke it. Couldn't smoke it. So I
Got
told
it.
them, they're like, you really did that? That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
I'm here for the customer.
You here for the
Right.
customer.
That's it.
And never leave no money on the table.
Asking you shall receive.
That's
Yep.
it.
And he received all right.
Gotcha.
That
So-
your root is powerful.
So Stone's been waiting for this point all night.
Yeah, buddy.
Because this is a question we ask every Smoke World Tuesday. And I don't know, it's always a fun topic. Are you a bar soap person or a body wash person?
Both.
I would say both.
And then are you a washcloth or loofah? Or do you just soap your body?
First of all, I'm a washcloth and a loofah. How are you supposed to take and exfoliate your skin with your hands?
Steve,
Well,
they
Steve-
talking smack right now.
Steve's
Steve
gone, but-
will be here Thursday. He will explain that to you because Steve says he take. See, well, no, he wasn't Ivory. He just takes.
His was, I think it was ivory.
Yeah, takes a bar of soap and he washes up with the bar of soap. No washcloth, no nothing. Just hands on.
I mean, as you guys sometimes do. I'm in a hurry.
No,
Oh,
I ain't that
okay.
much in a hurry.
So
Washcloth.
Right there.
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. And
That's
even
for
my kids, when they
hands-on,
was
huh?
little, I used washcloths. But they were baby washcloths. You can't exfoliate. Then your skin looking all cruddy because you're using your hand. Use a washcloth. Get some of that dead skin off of there. Goodness
Okay.
gracious.
So my question to that would be, what type of soap do you use? Because I have very sensitive skin, and I find that if I use a good soap, it doesn't matter whether I'm using a loofah or a washcloth or just like the bar of soap or whatever. My skin looks great afterwards.
Right.
But if I use, cheap dollar store.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Wrap,
Dollar store sell cools. They got
I'm
dogs.
gonna have a wrap.
Just get one bar, though.
It's gonna look like shit.
Hey,
Why
hey,
not just
hey.
the dollar store?
I know, right? Come on now. I be hating on the dollar
I
store.
mean, nothing but. Okay.
You know, dollar store got body wash,
They do.
got bars of soap,
They do.
all that.
They
All
got
that.
potted meat.
Sure, I can use that. I'll just come out looking like a hive later.
Whoa, I think you're hating on the dollar store.
We've got a McAuliffe up here. Brandon's on.
Brandon,
Brandon.
what's up? What's up, brother?
We can blame Brandon for the soaper body
Yeah.
wash question.
Thank you, brother.
That's a great question. We love covering that topic every month.
Y'all trying to get up in somebody's bathroom.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
All behind the
yeah.
sings.
All behind the scenes.
Smoke.
Do
Behind the
you
smoke.
use a salt scrub ever or a sugar scrub?
Absolutely.
Well, I ain't
Do you make your own?
Okay.
I have.
Too.
Yeah,
I
I'm
make oatmeal.
adventurous. You like oatmeal? Oatmeal's a good scrub.
I
Put
eat it
some
with
honey in
honey
there.
and
Make
raisins.
sure that bald head is shining.
Okay.
I just gave you an idea.
Yeah, you did.
Run with it.
Ernestine's on. She's watching this.
Hey!
Ernie, Marine. What's up, Marine?
Hi, Jake.
Jake.
Is that my Jake?
Jake's on.
Hi, Jake.
Oh, Brandon, I did steal that. I use that every month.
Yes, we
He
do.
said that somebody steal my bar body wash
It's a
question.
proprietary.
Yes.
It is such a great question. We stole it. But I'll
Yes.
give you credit. It was your question first. We have John Scott's watching. Hi, John.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Michael Menser.
Mike.
Lloyd says, Mike, McAuliffe A. It's a great stomach.
I got
So the story behind that is we got the McAuliffe A in here, and it was such a great stick that our new smoker over here, Mike Dove, bought us out before everybody had a chance to try
Hey,
it.
rat bastard.
But with that said, Thursday I will have McAuliffe A's back in stock.
Maybe,
As long
maybe.
as UPS doesn't.
Yeah, don't tell Mike
None
that.
for you. None for you.
I have 200
Okay.
coming. Mike is not getting them all. I promise.
Security.
He can have 20. That's it. No, he's the.
Oh, he said multiple ways to buy.
Oh, man.
But we also have the McAuliffe Reserva coming in. So that is their premium stick.
Very good.
I hear it's very good. I haven't had the opportunity to try it yet. I'm very excited to add that to our premium line.
That was my third cigar I ever smoked. I'm on my fourth right now.
Should we do the ketchup question?
Absolutely.
All right. So the other question we asked.
You see me shaking my head at you, Mike. You just do too much. You got the biggest humidor anybody hardly up in here, and it's filled to the brim. Shenanigans.
Security. Get his
You
address.
posed the question because it was no, it wasn't. It was Rami's question, wasn't it?
But you pose it so well, man.
I
Your
do?
questions are so eloquent. I mean, that's,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you go to a restaurant,
See,
And
I
there's
see that.
not-
This, I couldn't even see it like that.
not Heinz
Thank you.
ketchup on the table. Does the restaurant, the level of that restaurant drop a little bit for you?
No.
Behind ketchup?
Heinz ketchup?
No.
You don't know what's in the Heinz bottle anyway.
That's what I always
That's
say.
what I always
That's what I say.
That's-
Yeah.
There you go.
And nowadays, I mean, we know it comes in a little cup, so.
Right, a little dish. You gotta
But then
request it. Get your little baby 2 spoons full of ketchup.
Right.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the follow-up to that is, what do you put ketchup on?
Oh.
Mm.
Fries,
Keep it
eggs,
PG now.
burgers,
PG. Keep it PG.
whatever else.
Chicken.
Chicken?
Chicken.
What kind of chicken?
fingers. Yeah.
Chicken fingers or like chicken?
Regular chicken. I mean, I prefer barbecue, but if I'm in a bind and that's all they've got at work in the little pantry,
Yeah.
I'll use that.
Applesauce for chicken.
That's a kid's palate.
So good, though. Yes.
I ain't had applesauce in years unless I make it from scratch.
She's not dipping. You dipping the chicken in
You dipping the
applesauce?
chicken in
I
Or-
applesauce?
haven't done it in years, but yes, it's amazing.
Watch her do it by the end of the
Like
week and
pork
say
chops
she had
and
a craving
applesauce.
for it. What? She'll do it
Pork
by the end
chops
of the
and
week.
applesauce?
Applesauce and like baked apples are two very different things.
Oh,
Yes.
Cracker Barrel's baked apples and chicken, very good.
That is very good.
That we talking about food, huh?
Now, well,
Change the
after
game up.
dinner, I have a couple of cubes of
Just
cheese
change the
for
game
dinner,
up.
so- But I have a couple more announcements, and then we can just chat.
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds like a plan.
Thursday, we talked about Los Cayetos on Thursday, Smoke World Tuesdays. Next month, Walt from Perdomo will be here. He
Okay.
promised me. The big game's coming up.
Yes.
We don't know who's playing,
Not yet.
but we are still going to have our big game day party. So we're pre-gaming starting at 1:30.
Okay.
Francisco will be here rolling from DBL.
Okay.
We'll have DBL specials, food. You know, if you've been here for a big game party, you know you need to be here.
You gotta get here early, get your
So,
seat.
Okay, well, absolutely.
we are still on a 50% capacity, so seats will be limited. Members do have priority, but I think we'll be able to accommodate. We usually can.
Right.
And if you don't want to stay for the game, that's fine. At least come out early and support Francisco and watch him roll. He's an amazing man. Answers all your questions. So that's on the 7th of February. Starts at 1:30. We are also running a McAuliffe special in December.
Whoa.
In
That's 2020. He ain't 2021, so
yeah,
bring it forward.
you know,
December.
February.
Way out there, though.
Month of February, we are running a McAuliffe special. Buy McAuliffe, you get a raffle to win a 600 count humidor. It
Okay.
was the stand-up humidor that was sitting up front. It
Yes.
is called the Belmont. You can look it up. I don't have a picture right now. I apologize, but it is a beautiful, beautiful cabinet. And we will give that away at our McAuliffe event on February 26th. That will start at 5 p.m. Brandon will be here, bring this, we'll have the specials, we'll give away
You know what the 26th
is that your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We'll have
Shout out
birthday
to
cake.
birthday cake.
is? Gluten-free, dairy-free?
What?
We can try.
She got to have her sidekick. You
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Negative.
We need all
We
the
need
flavor.
two
Dairy
cakes.
free.
Two cakes.
Gluten-free, dairy-free is not cake.
That's
Yeah,
not cake.
no.
That's a
Yeah.
filler.
My niece is very, very allergic, and she makes an amazing cake with no eggs, no milk, and probably no sugar.
Oh, what kind of cake is this?
I don't know,
Make
it's
Gina
pretty
a
good.
cupcake. and
Yes,
red
thank you.
velvet.
Yes, Lee Mack has a good recommendation that if you didn't
Yes.
hear it. We're going to have Gina. She's going to have a cupcake with a candle, and we'll have a real cake for the rest of the people. Thank you for coming out.
God bless you. Good night.
Happy birthday. Make a wish. All right,
And
where's the real cake?
we are prepping for our second annual golf tournament to support Cigars for Warriors.
Yes.
So, get those registrations in. It's $130 per golfer as long as you're registered by August 27th. After that, it goes up to $150 a golfer. We will have raffles and lots of fun. This year, we planned it during a pandemic. We had 60 plus golfers. It was amazing. And
Great time.
there is nothing better than to be able to give back to Cigars for Warriors, who supports our troops overseas.
Absolutely. Yep.
Did I miss anything?
But then I will actually be with Cigars for Warriors too, by the way. I forgot.
Okay.
You gonna be an ambassador?
I'm going to be an event coordinator.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice,
boy.
Nice, nice.
You can pre-register by going to our website, SpartanCigarLounge.com. There is a link there to register.
Also, let them know it's going to be played on a private golf course this year.
Yes, we are playing on a private golf course, Wild Quail in Dover.
Yep.
I believe
Nice.
we went with a barbecue menu, so
Yeah, barbecue.
excellent menu. I'm very excited about the food because frankly I don't golf, so I have the food to look forward to.
Stone doesn't either.
Mind your business, man. Hey,
A lot of people
hey,
that
hey.
played last year didn't go, but it was a good time. I had a good time.
It was
hot as hell. Oh my
yeah,
God!
Johnny
Yes.
Blaze.
It was hot as hell, but it was fun. Seeing all the
kept
guys
the
out
bourbon
there.
warm.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I don't golf either, so I think we should get together a foursome.
Let's get it.
Yes.
Oh, that-
Let's
Yes.
do it. Okay, that'd be fun.
Last year, the losing team,
Was
the losing team won.
Was it Pete's?
It was Pete's
It was
team.
Pete's team.
Yeah, and I wasn't on that team.
No, you
They
wasn't.
won some tennis rackets. That was-
Yeah.
Wait till you
It was a
see
lot
this
of
year's
fun.
prize.
And I did forget to mention that our golf tournament this year is solely sponsored by McAuliffe. Again,
Oh,
another
man.
shout out,
Real
congratulations.
cigars. Yeah, boy.
I'm super excited about that. New brand, we can help them, they can help us.
Yes.
And I think that's part of what this industry is about.
It is.
It's helping each other,
Yes.
family.
Absolutely. Hey, don't forget about Smoke World, McAuliffe.
Yeah.
Sponsor. Thank you. God
Don't
bless
worry,
you.
I'll bring some A's.
Plug.
I'll have it.
Absolutely.
I'll have it.
It's all about that.
Oh, Brandon, if you're
2021.
still watching, by the way, that mini A that nobody else can get was amazing.
There's a mini one?
There's a mini one.
Oh,
Perks
inside
of being
stuff.
me.
Yeah, I see.
Sorry.
Okay. Be like that.
They not
Rub it in
called
our
the queen
faces.
for nothing.
Absolutely. Say it again, hon.
I am not called the queen for nothing.
You better say it.
Damn. Hamburger.
Well, we know what shirt we need to get her.
Queen.
Spartan Queen.
Spartan
Queen,
Queen.
queen, that is
Yeah,
me.
that is her. Yeah.
I'll make it.
Oh, I don't want
I
it
gotta
from
take care
you.
of it.
No.
It's gonna come down to like your ankle.
Or, yeah.
Tell
No.
Frank, I can design some stuff for you. But
I'm sure that is not what he's got in mind. So, ladies, do you have any questions for us? Or the public? The whole seven that's
Yeah.
out there
Whole
watching.
seven of us.
Posse.
I don't think I have any questions.
Whoa.
I don't.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that.
It's okay. I mean, you didn't just put me on the spot. You put her on the spot too.
I did.
Yeah. I
Any
don't have
questions?
You know what? I do have a question. for you.
Okay.
So you've been in the cigar industry for how long now?
I've been smoking for about 10 years. I've been working in the industry for a little over 3.
So what is the, I guess, biggest lesson or memory that you've gotten out of being in the cigar industry? Like what's the thing that kind of keeps you moving and driven being in this industry, especially as being a female?
Never listen to my
Us.
We asking Toni, we're not asking you, Mike.
Supplying the message.
Aside from, you've got the regular, right? Everybody says, hey, it's the family, it's the camaraderie, it's the ability to sit back and make yourself relax for an hour, which I don't get to do often because I'm running around here.
Right.
But I find time. But most memorable, I have to say that coming aboard the team here at Spartan was one of the best moves I could have ever made. And I'm going to go back to the family. I know that's so cliche because we all say that, but you guys make this what it is for me. And I love coming in here and I love sharing my knowledge. Ed got on me the other day because I think I was in the humidor with a guy for like 30 minutes. And he's like, stop talking to the poor man. He just wants a cigar.
Still don't hold the record. Dan was
Oh.
in New York for an hour with the guy.
What's going on in the humidor?
It's one at a time right now.
Check the cameras. Check
What's
the
going on in the
cameras. Check the
humidor?
cameras.
Okay.
So, if you're willing to accept the knowledge, I'm willing to put it out there. And,
Right.
and I love when the new smokers come in because they want that knowledge. And I absolutely love sharing that knowledge. Let's see. I'm going to answer your question, go back to your question in a second. Brandon says, I believe I've seen Gina on more Zooms and podcasts all over the country than any other human. I love it.
Whoa, you've been holding out.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest things when like lockdown hit back in the spring was, you know, the realization of how much of that family that you have at cigar lounges. And, you know, I always will pop over wherever I can. Doesn't matter where I'm going. I plan vacations around where a lounge is. And I've been known, you know, last Christmas, I took the train over to Philly and I went to the Ashton Lounge. Like, I just wanted to do something different. So yes, when we all had the lockdown, everybody started doing Zooms. And my old lounge in State College did weekly ones, and they set up a cigar tasting. So they would have a different rep, and everybody bought the same 4 cigars, and we would taste them. And everybody would smoke the same cigar every night. It would be 4 nights in a row. And they would send you a list of different pairings for drinks. And that was a really cool experience. But I just hop on, like, wherever. So I follow Allie through Estate. And whenever she's on one, if I have time, I just pop on. I'm like, hey, guys. So yes, I'm on them a lot. Especially when it's nice out and I can sit on my porch. I don't have to go anywhere.
The porch is always fun.
The liquor cabinets in my house. So
And for Mike, Brandon says, I will have, he says, I will have lowercase A's at the event and the golf tournament. He says, I'll be like Oprah with a pile of A's.
You get a cigar, you get a cigar, you get a cigar. You get a cigar.
So, yeah, memorable, I think, are the people. Like, I still think about some of the members that were here when we first opened and how they're doing. And maybe I don't see them because they're busy or they've moved out of the area. But I wonder. I saw Ray today.
Did you?
I did. He's doing well.
Okay.
He doesn't want to get sick.
I get it.
So
Yeah, his birthday was today.
It was. Happy birthday,
Yep,
Ray.
happy birthday,
Happy
Ray.
birthday.
Is.
Yes.
Still is.
It still
Thumb
is.
clap.
Watch
Thank you for
yourself,
the
Ed.
correction, young sir.
He's trying to stay healthy for his kids. So
Absolutely.
We won't see him much until this is over, but I can respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stone, I know you got questions.
Speaking of the business, what do you think some of the challenges are with having to run a cigar lounge? Now, we see all the fun and we get to smoke and enjoy ourselves, but you're behind the scenes. What do you think some of your challenges are with running that business?
You want to know my biggest challenge?
Sure,
He's
of
sitting
course.
right there.
The customers, the members.
I kid.
Have you had issues with getting inventory though?
There,
Pandemic?
during the pandemic, there was a little bit of an issue with inventory, but on that line, honestly, my biggest challenge, if you will, is I'm a people pleaser. So when you say, hey, I want this, I want to get that in for you so bad, but I can't have everything.
Right.
You know, it's got to make sense. It's got to be like, you might love it, but that doesn't mean everybody's going to love it.
Correct.
So if I can get it, and I can get like a one-off or something, I would do that. But let's face it, our humidor is only so big, so we can't carry everything as much as I want to. Not only for you guys, but my reps. I've got reps that have been coming in, and I've seen them. Not so much with the pandemic, but I was seeing them on a 6 to 8 week rotation, and it was always, well, maybe next time.
Right.
Maybe next time.
Right.
And, so they're on a list, and eventually we will, in one way or another, get some of that stuff in here. But I think that's my biggest challenge.
Okay. Now we're gonna lighten the mood a little bit. As far as what do you like to pair with your cigar? Are you brown? Are you white? Do you have a preference? Water, juice, soda, milk, tea.
My fancy go-to is Scotch. I'm a Scotch girl, and I like anything that's pretty much brown. Bourbons, whiskeys, and then when I want to go a little lighter, I love rums. Like I'm drinking now. Just got on a kick where I'm drinking Zaya, which is Trinidadian rum, along with some lime juice. So I guess I mix it up, but I don't try to drink during the week. I pretty much
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, right?
Sorry to hear that.
Water, sodas, juices, things
Thank
like
you.
that. But Scotch is my favorite. It's my
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, G?
Mine depends on my mood.
I've seen Gina empty a bottle of wine here, so.
You
Oh,
guys,
wow.
why you want
You and that heavy ass hand.
You told her that?
It wasn't a full bottle when she got here. So
That's all right. Maybe it was. It's all right. Don't judge her.
we're not judging.
Exactly.
But yeah, it depends. Sometimes it's wine, sometimes it's bourbon, sometimes it's scotch. When it's really effing cold, I'll come in here with tea and I'll make a hot toddy.
Okay.
And I'll just have bourbon with my hot tea.
I like it.
Nice little nightcap, it's relaxing. Yeah, it depends on the mood. Also, if you're outside smoking on the deck, it's nice out in the middle of the summer, I'm probably gonna have one of those like Trulies or something.
How
Beach
about you?
time.
How about you, Tony? You have a preference?
I tend to stick to water, but that's because I'm
Because
usually
you're
here
working?
smoking. I like a good bourbon. I actually an old fashioned. That's my Friday night. That's my Friday night go to.
But old fashioned made with what?
Bullet.
Bullet, yeah.
Bullet.
Rye or bourbon?
Bourbon.
I prefer rye.
I'm not a rye fan. I just
That's
can't
only,
get into it.
It's only in my old fashions though. I just like
Maybe
the bite.
I'll try it this week and see what I think. I might.
Because
I'll keep an open mind.
With old fashions, bourbon's a little bit more sweet.
Right.
And it makes the old fashioned too sweet for me.
Yeah. Frank made me an old fashioned the other day with
Peanut butter
screwball.
whiskey. Yes,
Oh, screwball.
Peanut butter.
peanut butter whiskey.
It was.
Well, I can't have that.
It was pretty good. It was a little sweet, but it was good. He made a nice old fashioned. Now today I had a nice cup of hot coffee.
Okay.
I threw. It's so bougie. I threw a.
She
No,
said,
it's
"Bougie,
it's no
okay,
judgment
no
zone.
ju- I mean,
I
you know."
threw
We don't judge.
a mini chocolate bar in it, melted that
Yes.
up, and then poured some Italian sweet cream in it. It went wonderfully with my cigar.
That's one of my favorite summertime pastimes. Weekends, sit out on the deck, have a coffee and a cigar.
I think that and hot cocoa are, I think, the best combination.
All right,
Not necessarily my go-tos, but I think they complement so nicely any cigar you're smoking.
Really?
So what is your go-to cigar though? Because mine rotates, but everybody I think has that cigar where you don't know what you're going to smoke. You go in and you're just going to just gravitate towards that one.
I don't have one of those. Believe it or not.
Yes, you do. You went right to AJ today.
That's
She
not a
said
go-to.
it was AJ's cousin.
That's a long story with that. It's a fight, family fight. BK Fernandez, AJ Fernandez. BK been doing it for 65 years. AJ popped up, and it's a big fight. It's a long story. It's a long story with that.
Got it.
I feel like
But AJ Fernandez is an excellent
You guys-
smoker.
So I did Oliva for a while, and then I did the Monte by Monte Cristo for a while, and then this past winter and summer was the Herrera Steli Estate, their Brazilian wrapper. I was on an FSG kick for a while too. I've been trying to get those in here, but
That was one of the nights.
I would say my go-to is the Liga number 9. I've never had a bad one. The Liga, and then I would say the next one would be the Farrell, either the Convict or the larger one. I'm a Georgia State girl. I don't think I've had anything from them that I did not like.
I didn't like their Hoya CT, the Connecticut.
Yeah.
And I'm not
I don't think they are. Yeah. Yeah, they have a different build, different brand. Yeah, I like it. Yep. That's my go-to. Anything else, Mr. Stonester?
Well, I'm thinking here. What's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
It is Smoke World Tuesday.
Yes.
Smoke World Tuesday. I asked this question the other day as far as a lounge. Some of the lounges are starting to turn into a club scene where, when I mean that, you know, there is maybe party music and more of a party atmosphere opposed to maybe the relaxing atmosphere where you just may have a little jazz in the background. Do you have a preference, or does it really matter to you that some of these clubs / cigar lounge are kind of catering to a different crowd
It depends
that you're
on
used
the
to?
mood.
I agree.
Like,
Yeah.
if on a Friday night I want to go get dressed up and dance, no, that's I'm not going to I'm not going to do that. But yeah, sometimes I want to go, like, have a drink. I want to be dressed up. I want to listen to fun music and have a little crowd. Other times, that's not what I want.
Right.
And that's the beauty of cigar lounges. You can go to a lot of different places and get a completely different atmosphere.
Yeah. So let me just say this. Since smoking, I kind of, like, I'm a business IT chick. So I always look at the dollars and cents, right? So I know a lot of people have been posting things on social media talking about that a lot of lounges are going more toward the club fad. I just feel like the cigar industry as a whole, when it comes to a lounge, it's a slow grind, right? I don't hate on anyone that's an owner in a position where they can present their clientele with a different type of experience. I've been known to shake a tail feather all night long and have no problem with it. When I want to do that, that is what I do. And other times, I just want to sit back in the cut and relax and talk to my people and, you know, just ebb and flow with them. So it's based on my mood. But I am not the kind of person that will take and judge any lounge that chooses to go towards having more of a club atmosphere, because at the end of the day, they are in business to please their clients but also make money.
Well, and I'll tell you, the biggest turnoff for a lounge for me is bad ventilation. I got a head full of hair. I don't like to wash it every day. I don't like to go to bed and have my sheets smell like smoke. And that's the biggest turnoff for me, is that I can't see straight because there's clouds everywhere. So that's going to be a way bigger turnoff than, you know, going somewhere that maybe having a big clubby party one night and that's not what I'm feeling.
Right. I agree.
I might not be dressed for the occasion, but I'll at least have a stick.
Yeah.
Now, do you ladies smoke your cigars down to the numbnicity?
The numbnicity. That's my point. That's my term. That's my term. Say it again.
Do you own a poker?
The numbnicity. Of course I do.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can't make those work for me. I drop them on the floor every time. So I smoke it down until it burns my hand.
You say you drop it on the floor. What do you mean? Can you explain a little bit? What do you mean?
I'm not coordinated. Trying to, like, poke this thing in there, and then it's on the floor, and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go get another one then.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I like my
Not
poker.
coordinated.
How about you?
I
Tony?
will
Do you-
know the cigar. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
I've been known to smoke them down till they run in my lips
Yeah.
because
Go back to your old habits.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, no judgment.
Hey, I ain't say nothing.
No negative. No judgment.
I just asked a question, man.
on that note, we have some more shout outs.
Yes.
Steve Williams, Nancy McAllister, and Dutch. Hey, Dutch. Peter.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, guys. Welcome. If you have any questions, let us know.
We'll answer them. It's an open forum.
We'll try.
Try.
I think that here at Spartan, we kind of cover both ranges. Back to your question. Most nights it's kind of laid back. And again, depending on the mood of the crowd or what we got going on, we can pump it up a little bit.
Yeah, we had the
Yeah.
first
Final Fridays.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I can't
The
wait.
last Final
Come
Friday
back.
was epic.
Yes.
Epic.
Imagine how the next Final Friday is going to be.
Well, there you have it, folks. Final Fridays. Now, what they're talking about, Spartan Cigar Lounge has now started for 2021, the Final Fridays. So go check out the Facebook page, Spartan Cigar Lounge. Keeps you updated on when that Final Friday is. Obviously, Final Friday is last Friday of the month. Well, there you have it, folks. Another episode of Smoke World in the books. Again, you can follow me on Instagram, Smoke World Podcast. Email, stone@smokeworldpodcast.com. Website, smokeworldpodcast.com. Thank you, ladies. I love you. They gave you some knowledge. We had a good time. This is what we do on Smoke World Tuesdays, the third Tuesday of the month. We will check you out on the other side, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.